Hi everybody, my name is Mark Stevenson. Welcome to the Coldesi webinar. Tracy is humbugging me back. She's throwing things, she's doing a dance. It's awesome. What we're here tonight to do is to compare our two favorite Bling machines, and that is the ProSpangle Spangle machine and the 1v6p CAMS 6-color rhinestone machine. During the presentation, which is going to be done by Tracy, the rhinestone girl, and by Sean Coldesi, the amazing technician that we have with us today. Technician is too small of a title. Too small. It's the goatee. You'll see. You'll understand once we get going. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to flip over to the screen so I can introduce you to all the various resources that we have available for you. By the way, you can ask questions at any time during the presentation, and we will answer them during the course, or if not, then we'll get you at the end. What will happen during the presentation as we switch back and forth, you may lose video for a moment, you may lose audio for a moment. Just click away from the screen and click back and you should be okay. All right, so what you're looking at on the screen right now is our favorite pet project here. It's the Custom Apparel Startups Facebook group. And what that is 1,117 people that are just like you. They're either in the business, looking to expand, they're just getting into apparel decorating, don't quite know where to go. It is a great place to talk to your peers about how to price items, how to find the best equipment on the market other than talking to Tracy, which is what you should be doing. We'll post articles there, we'll post videos. It's just a great community of people that are in custom apparel. The other thing that we have, if you like to listen to your information, is we do a podcast. It's basically on the business of custom apparel, caspodcast.com. And what this is, it's an internet radio show. You just log in and hit play, or you can find us on iTunes or download it, play it on your phone, and drive into work in the morning. And we've got things like an episode on websites, on marketing essentials, on business mistakes that are typically made just starting out. We've got interviews with one of the publishers at Printwear, and also the head of NNEP, the Embroidery Association, interviewed about their businesses. So it's a great place to learn. And lastly, we have a great YouTube channel with 700 videos on demonstrations, technical details on our equipment. It's a great resource for you guys as well, so I hope you will subscribe. Having said all that, what we're going to do next is I'm going to introduce Tracy. She's going to say some things. Then she's going to introduce Sean, who's going to show you the software, and then we will talk about equipment. Ask your questions, and I will pop in and check with you guys every once in a while. So I'm going to switch back over. Oh my God. Okay. Tracy, you are up.
Oh my God.
See what I mean?
Hi guys. We are going to compare the 6-color Spangle and the 6-color CAMS machine today. The one thing that they both have in common is the software. They both run off the Sierra hotfix software. So right now, we're going to let you see that software. If you are a CAMS user now, you probably understand it, but it does come with a different driver. And you can, anytime that you have a CAMS design already, it can be converted to Spangle and vice versa. But I'm going to introduce Sean, who knows everything, and he is going to tell you a little bit about the software, show you the ease of the software.
Hello, my name is Sean. I am a tech here at Coldesi.
He's the tech.
The tech. Don't forget.
We're just switching over to the computer screen so you can see the software.
All right, here's our software.
Once again, it should take a moment for it to switch over. Just drag this to the side so everybody can see everything. Okay.
All right, the image we have up on screen, Labor Day with the 2 stars, is what we are printing out both on the CAMS and the Spangle. It is an image that I downloaded from Google Images. As you can see, it has 3 colors. So we want to add the stones or the spangles. We'll simply click on Hotfix. We'll go to our single hotfix, choose Area with Pattern. We're going to come up here and choose Auto Trace. Basically, Auto Trace is I select a specific section, and you can see the running ants. I hit Enter, and it will place the stones. As you can see, I'll simply run through my text. Now, as you can see, what it has done is actually fill the whole object. It couldn't define where the sections are. So it looks like one big blob. What we're going to do now is actually zoom in and cut out holes. You simply grab your arrow tool, zoom into the section, select the group, puts a box around it, and up here in Elements, choose Elements, and then with our cursor, outline the hole to be left open.
And guys, you could do this with any graphic that you create yourself in CorelDRAW or Illustrator. As a matter of fact, there's kind of a direct connection between this software and those two applications. So if you're already a designer, it's very simple to create with those as well.
And as you can see, just with a few clicks outlining the hole, it is able to readjust the stones and compensate. And outline the inside of the letter O. We'll scroll over and grab the R. Same thing.
And this is actually digitizing. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, this is basically what I'm doing is I'm creating this image.
And by the way, hotfix is it's an element inside of the Design Era application, which, as you can see in the ribbon across the top, it does embroidery as well. So if you're already doing embroidery, you've got an Avance or an SWF, and you're using Stitch Era Liberty, this kind of plugs in. And
Right.
that looks pretty good.
Not too bad. If you wanted more stones, less stones, simply by clicking on the object up at the top, you can increase or decrease the spacing. It will compensate for the stones. For example, when I did this, as you can see here in the letter A, we've got a few gaps. That's simply just selecting that object, grabbing the individual stone, right-clicking and going down to Insert a Hotfix, and basically just place extra stones in there to fill up the gaps. We'll go ahead and go back to Hotfix. We'll choose our second color over here on the left-hand side. Do our auto trace. Letter A, letter Y. Simply zoom in here. Select the hole to leave open so there's no stones. So it helps to have better artwork, but if you don't, for some reason, you get off Google's, it is pixelated, kind of jagged. You can still go in and create it to where it doesn't have those the jaggedness and create it the way you want to do it. We'll come up here. We'll go back to the red, do our auto trace, fill that in, choose our gold to take care of our stars, and we basically have our design done. Well, let's say you want to put a black border around the stars. It's as simple as selecting the star, coming over to your object manager, down below going to borderline where it says none, change that to the path. We'll drop it to a 2mm black. We now have borders around the stars.
Do you guys have any questions? I know Sean's really good at this, so he's moving pretty fast.
Sorry.
That's okay. No worries. So honestly, like you're going to apply the same process to any vector graphic that you've got. So you can take just about anything and turn it into a rhinestone or spangle design, and it's almost exactly the same process with the CAMS and the ProSpangle.
That is correct. And if you do get one or the other or both, and you want to upgrade to the embroidery machine, it's simply just an add-on, and then you see the tab up here, embroidery, will be added. So all the tools you've learned for the CAMS ProSpangle, you'll be able to learn for the embroidery, and you can actually use the same design to go back and forth from a spangle design to a embroidery design and vice versa.
Absolutely.
The same thing here. We can add our fill mode and run through the whole design. And basically, have a four-color design. You've got the red, the blue, the gold, and the black.
Yeah.
You want to add stock lettering underneath.
That's funny. Somebody just asked a question about that.
See, I'm ahead of the game. Come up here to Hotfix Text. We'll choose a digitized font. Okay, we'll choose this one.
And these are just fonts that they're designed for rhinestones.
Click
But
OK.
you can use any TrueType font as well.
Yeah. And we'll type in, say, 1 inch. We'll type in,
It's not embroidery, so 1 inch is going to be really small.
yeah, it's going to be really small. Bring
That
Tampa,
looks
Florida
pretty
up.
good.
Do it as black stones, and there we have it.
That's great. Now, how many stones are in that design right now?
This design down here at the bottom left shows you there's 1,614 stones.
Okay.
And it's roughly a little over 10¼ inches by 7, a little over 3/4 of an inch tall.
And by the way, it's the same on either the CAMS or the ProSpangle. And that is the way some people price their designs, is by how many stones are in the design.
This is true.
Any other questions that you guys have about the software? Yeah, Sean, somebody wants to know, can you do text effects? Can you do anything with that Tampa, Florida down there?
Up here in a range, say for example, we wanted to bring it above, and customer wanted it to be arced. Simply drag it, and we now have an arc text. Or for some reason they wanted the word, the letter T in the word Tampa to be a little bit larger. We take a little arrow up here, simply make the T larger.
That's cool. Now, do you have to change the colors on the screen in the software?
The colors on the screen of the software is just for a visual preference.
Okay.
Whenever you send it to either the Spangle or the CAMS, you're actually choosing which stones or which Spangle reels to choose.
Got it. Tyler wants to know, oh, you already got it. Okay. Can you show one more time where to get the border?
Sure, not a problem. Not a problem, Tyler. Simply, for example, we'll grab the letter A or the letter LA. On the right-hand side, you have what is known as Object Manager. And this is everything we've created is broken down into sections. You would simply select the section or select multiple sections. We'll grab the whole word labor. Down the bottom, you have your object inspector. You have the body and the borderline. The body is breaks it down of what you've done for the inside. Borderline is for the outside, which see we have none. We would change that to the hotfix path, and then we would choose a 2 millimeter, or if you had a another size you were choosing to be in the list here, and you simply now have a border around the word labor.
Yeah, that's nice. And you can change almost anything about that. The spacing between them, you could do special effects,
yep.
whatever you want to do. Any other questions about hotfix? Now, two things I will mention is that it comes with both machines. You have no choice. You're going to get it anyway. And the other thing is that training is provided. So we're not just going to mail this to you in a box and wish you luck. You actually do get training on the software. All right, if there are no other questions, I think we're ready for Tracy again.
All right.
Don't worry, guys. You just see me for a second, and then it'll be Tracy. Bam! There you go.
Does anybody out there have any questions on either machine before we start?
Is there a big price difference between the two?
Yes, there is. The CAMS is more expensive. Right now with the specials that we're running, it's about a $10,000 difference.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to think of it as in prices per color you're getting. You know, if you're doing a 2-color rhinestone design, or the 2-color machine, let's just say that the price is $14,000. You're paying $7,000 for each color. With more colors, you're paying less per color.
That's a good way to look at it, like a multi-head embroidery machine.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're going to get more, you know, and it's that old adage, it takes money to make money, but it's very true.
Right.
The good thing with the CAMS, if you do have the smaller CAMS, you have 100% trade-in for the first year towards the larger 1V6P.
Okay, Joyce, if you just click on and click away again, then you'll probably get the picture back. And there was another question, can you mix different colors and sizes?
Absolutely, absolutely. The CAMS comes with 3 size 3 millimeter, which is a 10, 2 size 2 millimeter, which is a size 6, and then a 16, which is a size 4. The Spangle comes with 3 10s, 2 6s, and a 14 or a 4 mainly because most people like to do smaller designs because it just makes it that much shinier, sparklier. You can purchase different press units for the Spangle. There's a size 5, which is a 20. There is a smaller size, a 1.2 millimeter, and there's also stars and flowers. I'll be honest, haven't sold one of those yet, but I'm sure sometime somebody will want to do Spangle flowers.
And the color is whatever you pick. So compare like rhinestone colors and Spangle colors.
The markup on the Spangle is huge, and I love rhinestones. I love Spangles too, but I love rhinestones. But with rhinestones, you're thinking a lot. You really have to price out the design for how many stones there are, but you also have to take in effect, a red stone is going to be more than a clear stone. A pink stone is the most expensive out of all. With Spangles, every single reel of every single color is exactly the same.
Right.
So with a with a $9.95 reel of silver or pink, you're going to get 27,000 punches.
27,000?
Of size 3, which is a 10.
That's a lot of designs.
27,000.
We're just checking for questions as we go. Can you show the differences between rhinestones versus Spangles?
I actually can.
Yeah, we'll definitely tell you that.
You know the difference between rhinestones. Rhinestones is a rhinestone. A Spangle, people confuse it with a Sequin. It's not a Sequin. There's no hole, which truly allows the light to come off of it and give it the perceived value as a rhinestone. I can show you them side by side right now. I might give away what the design looks like, but I'd be more than happy to show you.
Yeah, and just so everybody knows, a rhinestone is basically a piece of glass.
Right. And the good thing too about Spangles is there's zero lead.
Let's ask. Can anybody tell which one is a rhinestone and which one is a Spangle?
And which one do you like better? Which one do you see more shine?
Raise it up a little bit. I just want to see how tall you can make yourself.
I can't.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get the questions and we'll see. What do we got? Okay, bottom is rhinestones. Somebody can't see anything, click away.
Very
Top
good,
is
Kurt.
Spangle. Okay, Tyler, I'm sorry, the screen is working great for us, so maybe try closing the whole thing. Bottom rhinestone. Okay, we've got some
Kurt,
great,
you won.
great guesses. That's great.
You won.
That's great.
So this is actually the design that Sean did in the hotfix. It's great. Who wouldn't want to wear this Monday to a picnic, to a baseball game, which is what I'll be at.
Surprise.
Yeah. I'm going to actually remove the stars and do this in pink for my best friend that's having a baby, so she can wear it to the hospital.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's gonna work.
Great.
It's gonna work.
Wait, who's removing the stars?
Yeah.
Sean is removing the stars.
Okay, there's another question. Is there a difference in the cost between the Spangles and the rhinestones?
Well, just like we were talking about, it's a cost. You are going to pay more for rhinestones. Just so you know, this rhinestone design costs $4 in material.
Which is incredibly cheap, because with the shirt's maybe how much?
$4. You
So
can get a nice Bella tank top for $4.
So $8 in cost, and that's a $20 shirt, $25
shirt. It costs with the paper $1.10 to make the Spangles, and you can sell it for the same price, $25 easily. The bad thing about Spangles is if you do wear it to that picnic, later in the day, people might try and touch it.
Which may be a bad thing, it may be not. Depends on how
know.
close you are to your family.
Yes, or friends. It just, seriously, people want to touch it. They want to feel it. You can't feel anything. It's smooth.
So that makes a difference in what you can put it on as well.
Sure, you can put it on those tight little gymnast pants. You can put it on canvas bags. don't tell anyone we showed you this, but this is what we're going to have at our Texas show. All spangles. There's over 4,000 spangles in this, and it costs less than $3 to make.
And it weighs nothing, where
No.
4,000 rhinestones, you're going to be able to feel it.
Right. Even if this was on your shirt, rhinestones would pull. You know, this is light. It's perfect for dancers. It's perfect for cheerleaders. The cheerleaders that are getting on, you know, each other's shoulders and backs. There's no chance you're going to get scraped by a rhinestone because the spangles are smooth. They have no edges. But again, that's the price difference for the exact same design.
But what are the advantages of rhinestones?
People love rhinestones.
And you get to say it's a rhinestone t-shirt. You don't have to explain anything.
Right. People love rhinestones. Rhinestones are not a fad. They're not going anywhere. As does the rhinestones. I mean, the spangles. People said they didn't think it would last, and now we have Victoria's Secret converting all their Spangle or Sequin machines for spangles.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Do Spangle designs stretch with the material?
The spangles themselves don't stretch, but if you stretch it, it will not pop off. It's embedded into the material.
Yeah, because it's such a thin piece of material.
Yes. And it's perfect for, like I said, like that material that stretches. Not,
Yeah.
I can't even think of fabric right now. Spandex. And you can do it on dry fit as well. Either one.
Yeah.
You're doing it maybe 12 seconds for spangle, 15 to 18 seconds for rhinestones. It is not it's not labor intensive.
Okay, we've got a question. Could we show a close-up of the spangles?
Sure. I'll do both.
Get even closer on the spangles, even closer. Now you see there are a couple of different kinds of spangle tape, right? You can get the shiny and the matte. What is that all about?
We have holographic, which is more like the rhinestones.
Which is what you're seeing there, especially in the
Yes.
clear. You can really see that.
You can have matte and you can have glossy. There's also with the smaller 1.2 design for press unit is what we did this with the Texas down here, and it's a gunmetal matte. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, looks awesome.
We actually sold a spangle machine to a well-known rapper.
Okay.
And he wears the matte and glossy look on his clothes.
Nice.
So, Flow Rider.
And guess where he's from? Right. You
Right.
can figure that. Someone from Florida.
So, but as far as the two machines, the Spangle is much faster. It can go up to 1,000 spangles per minute, while as the Rhinestone machine will do about 170. And we can actually show you, that way you can kind of see and hear it as
Yeah,
well.
that sounds good. Says frame move to set. You had to push the start button. That was a little too much for
I did it.
a little too much for Tracy.
It's been a long day.
So the machines obviously work very different.
Not loud. You know, you can sit and have a conversation, and it's not. The Spangle's a little bit louder, only because it's not covered. This is covered.
And you're seeing everything, right? There's no extra pieces. You don't need a
Just a heat press.
compressor.
You need heat presses. There's no compressor needed. They're both 110 plug-in ready. This does require a table. We do have a U-line machine that a U-line table for the machine that we can give you the specs for. This is what we have ours on. But this is a standalone model. You do need a place to put them both, I guess.
Yeah.
So
So they'll fit in a
it'll
garage.
fit in a garage. It'll fit in a
It'll
room.
fit in a barn, we know for sure.
Yeah, it will definitely fit in the barn. You do need a larger door for this. than a standard door. Most people do have double doors coming out of their backyard maybe, or a sliding glass door. We've never had anyone say, I'm not getting that machine because I can't get it in my house.
Yeah. I mean, we're in Tampa, so literally here everyone does have a sliding glass door.
Yes.
Right, so one thing is, now Tracy, I know you started the CAMS machine. It was mostly done with the design already.
Yes, it's mostly done.
It had already done roughly 1,000 stones that we keep.
So how long will each one of these designs take? If it's the same design, how much will it take on each machine?
This one is going to take about 14 minutes. This one is going to take about 4 minutes. That's how the difference in speed.
And we'd love it if you got either one of these machines. Don't get us wrong. They definitely both have their place. And the CAMS machine is popular.
Every single rhinestone you see in the Olympics, summer or winter, is done with one of our CAMS machines. They have 6 color CAMS machines that are running 3 shifts a day.
And if you search for rhinestone transfers on the internet, I can almost guarantee everybody on the first page has a CAMS machine.
Yes, absolutely. If you're a player in the industry, you have a CAMS machine.
Right.
The Spangle as well. I mean, we're selling the Spangles to people, existing Bling customers, because they don't want to miss out on selling the Bling. I do suggest if you have a CAMS machine, buy some Spangle transfers. Let your customers see what you can offer. That way maybe you would know it's time to purchase a Spangle as well. Same thing if you have a Spangle machine, offer rhinestones too. You can always order transfers.
You'd be surprised.
And you may pay $5, $6 for a Spangle transfer that doesn't cost more than 75 cents.
You will pay $5 or $6.
You will pay,
Yes, you will.
exactly. Sometimes pay. I've looked. So any other questions on the machine?
Is there training included?
Training is included. If you purchase the Spangle machine, it's a day of online training. All of our products are online instructor-led training now. That way you're not coming to Florida or New Jersey and taking an extra long weekend to go do something fun, going home and not remembering exactly what you learned. This way you're in your place of business, you're in your house, you're in your pajamas, no one can see you, they just hear you, and you're learning. We also have self-paced training on our website, and as Mark said, we have videos galore. Anything you need to find is on our YouTube Coldesi or our support site.
We've got a request for a ballpark on pricing on each machine.
Why don't you put up my email, and then I'll email everyone. I'll tell you what the retail pricing is. $23,995 for this and $32,995 for this. But I'm running a special this month, and I would love to email it to you so you can see the incentive.
And we don't say those on the webinars because these are recorded hopefully for later. So they are typically short term.
Well, people will call and say, can I have that special from the webinar you did in 2015
right.
and 2017?
Yeah, that happens.
And if you notice, we started the Spangle machine from
Blank.
scratch.
Blank.
It's done. This was already 1,000 stones into it, and it still has just under 200 stones left to do. So you can see how fast the Spangle is compared to the CAMS.
Yep, there you go.
And you would just take that over to a heat press and heat press it on.
12 seconds, 285. And then it's a semi-warm peel.
Yep. And that's another difference as well. It's only a 12-second. I mean, it's a fast process.
It's a very fast process. And with this, you see how large the design field is. You can get a large design, or you can get several smaller designs. Same thing with the 16 by 16 CAMs. You can do large, or you can do multiple smalls.
Tyler wants to know, how do you resize it for smaller shirts? You
That's
do that
in
in
the
the software. Yeah, you just grab the corner, depending on how you designed it,
And resize it.
and shrink it down like you would any graphic. Right?
That is correct.
Any other questions? You guys want to see that shirt again?
Anybody? CAMS machine's done. So this, again, is the finished product of both. On a shirt, we did a blue shirt to make it very American. Yeah, red, white, and blue, baby.
All right, so the cost on each was,
$1.10, $4. That to make it. Then you put it on a $4 shirt and you sell it for $25.
right. So either way, it's an incredibly profitable business. The rhinestones are a little easier to explain.
Right.
That's a big plus because people do love rhinestones, like you said, and the spangles are a little less expensive.
The warranty, Brian, is
That's wearability.
wearability. I need my glasses.
Yes, you do.
Wearability is the same, but this spangle you can put through anything. I have this white spangle shirt for my daughter that has been bleached in hot water, ran through a hot dryer, and spangles don't even come off. Now, as a business owner, I would tell your customers, wash it inside out, don't dry it. That way it does have the same perceived value as a rhinestone shirt, because no one would put their rhinestone shirts in the dryer.
Right. That is a good point. All right. I have sent Tracy's email to you guys by chat. So it's trogerson@coldesi.com.
Please email me, and I will email you everything you need to know, including the special.
Okay, last chance for questions. 3, 2, 1. Thanks very much, everybody.
Bye.
See
Thank
ya.
you.